Anyways, it's 5 past the hour. Thank you all for being here with me. I think we all kind of know this is the non-meditation meditation. So I think we all know that you get to do whatever you want. You get to lie down, you get to sit, you get to drink your coffee or tea, you get to walk the dog, you get to be on the train, you get to keep your eyes open, you get to keep your eyes closed. This is really just a juicy time for you to kind of like shed any energy that's not working for you and either pump up the good vibes or just know the good vibes are coming when we relax. And so let's just all like, kind of stretch the shoulders, take a deep breath, figure out if you can be a teeny bit comfier, moving your butt cheeks around, getting a pillow, getting a blankie. Now, I want to tell you this funny story about Friday. So on Friday, I'm not sure what was going on, but I caught myself being annoyable. I caught myself getting annoyed at the silliest things on Friday. I got annoyed. I was buying 3 portobello mushroom caps because I had 3 people for dinner. And when I got home and I opened it, I saw 2 were really big and 1 was really small. Oh man, that annoyed me. And earlier in the day, I was thinking of my friend who was coming to visit, and I was thinking about dinner, and I was thinking about appetizers. And the next thing you know, I'm thinking about how a lot of people put out the little tomatoes, baby carrot, and dressing appetizer. And then I started thinking about baby carrots, and I started thinking about how much I hate baby carrots. And I'm aware I'm watching myself do this, and so I'm watching myself and I'm laughing, but the annoyability is real, like, and so I am um aware that I got something going on. So in the awareness of it and the laughter at it is sometimes enough. And using law of attraction, I kind of have 2 options at this point in being in catching myself being annoyable. There's something else, another good one that I wanted to tell you guys, but now I forget what it was. So we have 2 options. We can either proactively decide to like manifest something good. What am I appreciating? Who do I love? Like focusing my attention on things that please me, checking in with myself. What do I need? And kind of going down that. You can see that's proactive, that's creation. But sometimes we don't feel like doing that. Sometimes we just don't feel like doing that. And so there is another option, and that is just a Jordan, I saw your message. I never see messages. I saw you joined last night and I messaged you. So welcome to the platform. Really excited to have you there. So the second option is more in this realm of meditation, which is like, I don't actually always have to be an active manifester manifesting a new emotion because the undercurrent of the world is positive. It's good energy. It's growth. It's fast. It's strong. And the only thing that keeps us from that river of beautiful, fast growing, abundant energy is all of the resistance we have, which is the result of negative, tormenting thoughts in our mind. And so, if we can calm those thoughts down, if we can calm those thoughts down, then without even having to proactively manifest gratitude or love, if we can calm those down, that undercurrent swoops us up, and whatever jumbly energy I had will leave the body, will pass on its own. And then you can hop on the stream of good energy and benefit and manifest and feel good without even having to do the gratitude work. So that's the path I took because I didn't really feel like doing active manifestation work. And that's okay. So first of all, the first thing I didn't do was get angry at myself. You didn't hear me saying to myself, Aaliyah, like You're a law of attraction teacher. How could you all just be so annoyable today? What the hell? You didn't hear me saying, you know what? I didn't do the work this weekend. I guess this is what happens. You didn't hear me adding a layer of anything on. It was more like, oh, this is interesting. This is what's going on. It's so funny that I just did a 5-minute rant in my head about how much I don't like baby carrots. And I am going to just kind of take the approach of calming these thoughts down. And part of that is with the acceptance. And so when we accept, it's not really that we're accepting. It's not really that we're saying, okay, I'm going to have these thoughts and this energy in me, and this can be here forever. And I'm accepting that this is a part of me. It's in accepting the moment, like this is going on. And only in the acceptance can we release something. Because acceptance is toning down the mind stuff. This is, if you listen to Eckhart Tolle as a teacher, this is what you'll hear him talk about more, but it is hand in hand the same thing as law of attraction. In the acceptance, we stop fighting. In the fight, we are aware, and anything we are aware of, we are a magnet to. If we're aware of something, the awareness is energetically holding us to that thing. So if we're fighting and we're trying to stop something, then we are actually feeding the fire. So I took the approach of acceptance, which is just like, hey, you know what? Today, this is what's going on. I'm going to be aware of it. I'm going to breathe deep. I'm going to laugh it out, and I'm going to know this is going to pass. And so today, this is what I'm going to invite you to think about. If you don't feel like manifesting, you don't have to. If you're like, Aaliyah, like I want to juice it up right now, you've got the tools, you can do it. But today, what I'm going to help you do is remind you that the undercurrent of good stuff is there, and that we should be aware if we're trying to fight something. Are we trying to stop doing something? Are we feeling guilty about how much energy work we're doing? Are we identified as somebody who's doing it and doing a good job? Or are we identified as somebody who's not doing it enough? If right now during this meditation we can accept ourselves, just accept our flaw, accept where we are, accept if we're angry, accept that we're sad, accept that we're not 100%, knowing that in the acceptance, we stop fighting, and we know that will pass, and we know that the good energy will take us along. So we're not going to fight. So let's just take a minute where I'm not talking, just so you can reflect and breathe. Let's take a minute or two to check in with ourselves and say, is there something I'm fighting? Is there something I'm offering resistance to? And in that, inviting ourselves to, how about for today, I just relax and accept that it's there, and know, but in the acceptance, kind of feel a little bit of a smile, right? In the acceptance, it's like, wow, accepting this is doing the work. Because in the acceptance, I stop the resistance. Annoyability, you're allowed to be here right now. And I know in my allowing you, you will pass. So let's together take 3 deep breaths, and then take a few minutes of silence to reflect and breathe and check in on what we need to, what would be nice to accept and let pass naturally. if you are noticing any thoughts that are not liking this activity or offering resistance, just put those little thoughts in a sweet little blanket and cradle it and say, I accept you too. You can stay. You don't have to go. I'm not going to fight you. Now, if you want to inject a little bit of good vibes, you can stay right here in the acceptance. You can stay right here in the allowing yourself to show up and be however you are, in the spirit where you have a little smile because you know that is still doing the work and you know it will pass. But if you're left wanting a little bit more, or you feel like a little bit of an injection of good vibes would do the trick for you this morning, then let's do a little bit of that. Really, there is an antidote to whatever messy stuff we have going on. There's a powerful antidote, like, you know, the negativity is overtaking the body. Ah, quick, get the antidote. The snake venom. She's been bit. She's been bit. Quick, get the antidote. I got it. That antidote is pure love. So as you sit here, and if you want a little bit of extra juju, then let's think about things that are easy to ignite love. I love my coffee. I love my tea. I love my comfy seat. I love my flowers. I love my family. I love myself for showing up to do this meditation. I love that there's this path in the world that is right here for me. I love that I'm tapped in. I love that I am now on this path. I love my blankets. I love my pillows. I love my oatmeal. I love breathing deep. I love taking the time to do this. I love that I am doing this. I love doing the work. Doing the work feels good. Feels good to do the work. It's not even work. It's just like the special treat I give myself. I love treating myself to a little bit of energy work. I love that I have YouTube and I have endless positive videos available to me. I love reading books. Maybe you love Netflix. Maybe you love that you have an escape. Maybe it feels good. Maybe you love the little kids in your life. I love the little kids in my life. I love a cold beer after work. I love a nice glass of wine in the evening or in the afternoon. I love taking a walk. I love going for a run. I like cooking a nice meal. I like good ingredients. I love a perfectly ripe tomato. It's tomato season, you guys. It should be a holiday around perfect tomatoes, lightly salted. I love that everything is at my fingertips. I love that I don't have to count on anybody else, that everything in my path has to do with myself and my energy. And even though I may not be there, it's nice to know the work is just me and myself, and everybody else gets left off the hook. It's nice to know that I can go on this journey as slowly or as quickly as I want. I can do as little or as much of the work as I want. I can take the day off. I can set 5 alarms to remind myself to check in. I can be curious or I can be annoyed. I can choose to be annoyed, or I could allow myself to be annoyed. And then I can love that I'm practicing allowance, because practicing allowance as a way to decrease resistance is just as powerful. I love that I get bonus points for showing up today. I love that if Aaliyah was in this room with me, she would give me a gold star. I would like to go through today and practice some sort of mixture of allowance and love. Allowance and love. How nice would it be if I reminded myself as much as possible to either flex allowance or to flex love? What would life be like if I did that often? What would life be like? What would today be like? What would this life be like? What would this week be like? What would this month be like? What would this year be like if all I did was try to flex acceptance and love a little bit more? Can you feel that the possibilities are endless? Can you feel that you are right there on the stream? Can you feel that the stream is right there of good vibes ready to pick you up and say, you won't believe what I can offer you if your intention is to just do some sort of mixture of acceptance and love? We'll take a last minute of silence to do whatever you want to do before we kind of wiggle our way out of this meditation, or wiggle our way back into life with this meditation. As I open my eyes, I stretch again and really like give myself a little hug and say, dang, good job, Leah. Good job. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I'm so excited as you bring this into your day and spread acceptance and love. It's beautiful. Thank you.